Hi, hello, Happy New Year. Pens on. All right, let's do it. Hi, Happy New Year. So I just walked into my kitchen to get a piece of cookie dough because it's 9 a.m. on New Year's Day, and like, what else would I be eating right now? Like a balanced meal. So I walked in here, I got my cookie dough, and I looked on the ceiling and I saw this and I was like, oh my God, there's a bug on the ceiling. And then I saw this and I was like, oh my God, there's like multiple bugs on the ceiling. This house is gonna be condemned. I'm gonna have to move. It's all over. And then I remembered that the first thing I did when I woke up this morning was drop a jar of baby food on the floor. It didn't break, thankfully. Like, I think those are pretty hard to break, but it splattered everywhere, all over the floor, a little bit on the wall down here. And I was pretty sure I cleaned up all of it, but apparently I forgot to check the ceiling. So I guess we're gonna be doing that today. My house is a mess, don't look at it. So basically for the last like week or so, I've been telling myself one of these days, I'm gonna order takeout and clean the house. I'm not gonna make any food. I'm not gonna have any dishes. I'm just gonna get takeout, make everything easy, and just clean the house. And I never do it. It kind of reminds me of back before I was self-employed, when I had like a regular job, and I would have days where I'd be like, I'm not gonna go today. I'm just not gonna go. I'm not gonna go to work. I don't wanna go. I'm not gonna go. Or I guess more recently I've done that like with school. I'm just like, I don't feel like going today. I'm not gonna go. I don't want to. And then I would always go. And then of course, like with my current job, because I'm self-employed, I never have, that thought never occurs to me that I'm not gonna go, because if I don't go, I go out of business. But I think today might be the day that I do actually follow through on my plan of ordering takeout and cleaning, because now I have to clean baby food off the wall ceiling. So also, in case you were wondering why I even had baby food in the first place, Pensone had a few days where he like wasn't really feeling well, and he seems better now. So it dragged on for a few days, and you know, it was getting to the point where I'm like, okay, he needs to get better in a day or so, or I'm gonna contact the vet, make an appointment. Like, I mean, none of his symptoms were too alarming. It was just mainly he was just not acting quite right. Like, something was a little bit off. So I finally, yesterday morning, emailed the vet, and within a few hours, he was completely back to normal. I also, yesterday in the morning, got 10 new jars of baby food, which is what he was eating when he wasn't feeling. I guess I should say he did have symptoms in the beginning, where he had a little bit of upset stomach. But that only lasted for a day or two, and then the rest of the week or so he was just kind of not quite acting like himself. So now he seems totally back to normal. So I sent my vet like a long email explaining everything that was wrong, and got a bunch of baby food. So he's still getting a little bit of baby food as a treat. I think it did help him gain a little bit of weight, so that's not a bad thing. Oh, that reminds me, I need to weigh him today. It's like his New Year's resolution is to gain like half a pound. Actually, you know what? I know I said don't look at it, but I think you should. I think you should look at it, because it will hold me accountable to clean it. Maybe by the end of this video, none of this will be here. I'm just kidding. Some of it will be there, but less of it will be there. So I definitely, like, over the next few days and weeks, plan to do some like decluttering, and I will be posting videos about it. I'll also be posting stuff on Depop for sale. Probably not this stuff, you guys don't want this stuff, but I have clothes and stuff, and I have a system set up now, so it should be easy, because like currently it's like, I don't know, I was watching Justin Scarrett's podcast, and he was talking about the small house apartment that they used to live in, and he compared cleaning to like those little plastic puzzles that you would get in like a party favor bag at like a little kid's birthday party, where it's like the little squares and there's only one open spot and you have to like move things around to make the picture. And I feel like that is like the most relatable thing anyone has ever said, because that is what my house feels like. Like, I don't even put my laundry away because I don't have room for it in my drawers and closet. It basically just goes in one laundry basket when it's dirty, and then it goes in another one when it's clean, and I get dressed out of the laundry basket. So anyway, that's probably not going to be in this video, but it will be in another video in the next couple of weeks.
getting into it with the pro-Trump crowd. There was pushing and shoving. Apparently, some people were sprayed with like bear spray or mace, things like that. And in fact, they just declared an unlawful assembly about 15 minutes ago to try to clear out the crowd. Remember, this rally was supposed to be done at 12 noon, but there was some pushing and shoving and screaming going on, and the police have brought in a bunch of extra officers. They're standing in the street like they're ready to march in and move people out. But things definitely got ugly. We know that one Black Lives Matter protester got punched. Their journalist had been sprayed with bear spray. So they were dealing with that. Then they had a young woman who apparently was punched in the face. But in any event, police are out in force right now. They're trying to clear the streets get these Trump supporters and the other people who are out protesting, trying to get them out of here.
This is from the official Twitter account for Mike Pence. He says the violence and destruction taking place at the U.S. Capitol must stop, and it must stop now. Pence goes on to say anyone involved must respect law enforcement officers and immediately leave the building. And that's something that President Trump has thus far not actually said in his tweets.
From Reuters now also, the statements from the elected on the Republican side, announcing what's happening. We heard from Rand Paul earlier, we heard from Mitt Romney, Lindsey Graham now calling the development a national embarrassment, and then on CNN, Wisconsin Republican Congressman Mike Gallagher.
We're hunkered down in our offices here. I'm not in the Capitol, but I mean, this is insane. I mean, I haven't seen anything like this since I deployed to Iraq in 2007 or 2008. I mean, this is America, and this is what's happening right now. The president needs to call it off. Like, call it off. Call it off. It's over.
Okay, hi. So today is Thursday. No, today is Wednesday. I know that because I'm on my way to a vet appointment, which is scheduled for today, Wednesday. So this was supposed to be like a weekly vlog, which I enjoy watching other people's weekly vlogs, and I think usually people will check in like every day or every other day about like what is going on in their week. But I started this video on Friday, and today is now Wednesday, so obviously I haven't been doing that, but it's also my first week of doing daily vlogging, and I kind of realized that a lot of the stuff that I'm doing that's interesting, I'm already showing you in daily videos. So there's not a whole lot left over, but today we're going to the vet. Today also I realized, so I had one dog walk to do in the afternoon, and then I had my vet appointment, and right before I left for my dog walk was when I heard about what is going on at the Capitol, and I was very tempted to just sit there and get sucked into a like news social media rabbit hole, and I kind of did a little bit. Actually I did just now, because on my way to the appointment I was like, I'm not going to listen to the news, I'm not even going to listen to it until after my appointment, because I don't want to worry about that also. But then, as you can see, I turned it on anyway, so I think I pretty much have the gist of what is going on. One of the main things that I've been hearing on the news and reading is that President Trump has not asked them to stop. Other politicians have asked them to stop, including Republicans, but Trump has not said anything. I mean, another thing that is super obvious right now is that things like obeying laws and keeping the peace and not being destructive and violent are only things that these people believe in when it benefits them. So I'm going to stop talking about this now. We are not too far away from our vet's office. Pensone is with me, by the way. I don't know if you heard him meowing in the background a little bit. He's a little bit, I woke him up from a nap and put him in his carrier, and I think he's still like, what the heck is going on? So he's like doing okay. I actually made this appointment on New Year's Eve, so that was like Thursday. Today's Wednesday, so almost a week ago. Wait, no, that's not when I made the appointment. That's when I contacted the vet, and she told me that I could set up an appointment. Now, today and yesterday, I would say he's acting like pretty much normal. There have been a couple times when he maybe acted like he didn't want to jump. which maybe tells me, I think another thing I've realized is that, so our old vet told me that he had arthritis, which is kind of expected. He's like an older cat. I think he's about 17. And I think I realized that I think some of the symptoms that I thought were part of his arthritis were actually part of his GI sensitivities. I don't know. People have referred to it as IBD, but I don't know for sure if it is. But either way, I mean, it fits with this, whether it's true IBD or not, it like fits with some of the symptoms, so that's what I call it, I guess. But yeah, I think that, you know, not wanting to jump sometimes is because of his IBD, but I think sometimes it is because of his arthritis. Also, just switch what I said because my assumption was that it was because of his arthritis, and I'm realizing that I think sometimes it's because of his IBD, because maybe his tummy's not feeling good, so he doesn't want to jump. Also, he's had this like ongoing thing with his mouth, which is the main reason she's seeing him in person today, because he finished the antibiotics that was for his mouth, and so I wanted her to just check it because I don't fully trust my own eyes like to say that the infection is gone for sure. And then the other thing is that we are probably going to do blood work relatively soon. I don't think we're doing it today because, like I said, she's just getting set up at her new place, and I don't think she's able to do lab work quite yet. But I think probably we'll follow up in a couple of weeks and do it, but to check his kidneys. Okay, hi again. We are on our way home from the vet. He had a good appointment. No bad news, thankfully. She said it looks pretty well healed, but there's like one little spot where it looks like it could get reinfected again. So she's giving, she recommended a like antibiotic mouthwash, basically a mouth rinse. Obviously he's not going to be like swishing around a mouthwash, right? But I can put it on like a little piece of gauze and kind of swab it, which thankfully, I mean, a lot of cats I feel like wouldn't be a fan of that, but he's so used to me looking in his mouth and like attempting to brush his teeth and do stuff to him, like I think it'll be no problem. Then we also talked about his diet and his GI issues, which I think in the grand scheme of things, his GI issues, like he's talking, I'm glad that they're pretty minor and pretty well controlled, but she wants me, he's been eating pretty much exclusively raw food for the past, like since last October, which is when he had his first pancreatitis flare-up, and he's been doing pretty well on that, but she said senior cats tend to do better on cooked food, or I guess some senior cats tend to do better on cooked food. So we're gonna try introducing some of that, which means I'm gonna be cooking some food for him, which I mean obviously is not gonna be vegan, which is gonna be interesting because I've literally cooked meat I think one time in my life, chicken one time. That was actually one of the things that like kind of led to me going vegan, because probably in my like late teens, early 20s, I started getting interested in cooking, and I remember I wanted to make chicken fried rice, and I got a recipe, I had got the ingredients, and I made it, and it was good, but I was like, I really don't like cooking meat, like it's kind of gross. And I realized, like, well, if I don't want to cook it, then why do I want to eat it if someone else is going to prepare it in a restaurant for me? And so that got me thinking about going vegetarian and then going vegan. That's a little bit off topic, but I thought it was interesting. But yeah, so I'm going to be cooking some food for him. She gave me an ebook, like a cat food cookbook, or she didn't give it to me. She told me the name and I purchased it. But yeah, so even though I think raw food is great for cats, I feel like he's gotten to a point where it's maybe not the best choice for him right now. I've been nervous about trying different types of food because I had this one method that seemed to be working, and now that it's not working as well, I feel like ready to move on to something else. Hopefully that makes sense. Basically, I was like, if it's not broke, don't fix it, but now it seems like there may be something better out there. And yeah, our vet's like new clinic, her new setup is really cool. It's I had seen pictures of it on social media, and I was like not totally sure that he would like it, because it looked, from what I could tell from the pictures, it looked like it was just basically one big open space that had the little desk area and then like the exam room. It wasn't a room, it was just one room. And so yeah, the exam area was just like on the floor. There was like a mat down on the floor, and we all just sat on the floor with him, and he seemed like he really liked it. And she told me that he had been a little bit feisty with her at the old hospital when she was looking in his mouth and stuff, and I could tell like he just seemed a lot more relaxed. It could also be partly because I was able to go in with him today, because at the other hospital he went in but I never got to go in. But yeah, I think the space also had a lot to do with it. It just had kind of a chill vibe. So yeah, I was like super anxious about not just the vet appointment, but like how he's been doing the last few days. And it seems like it was an issue with the medication, not an issue, but a normal side effect of the medication. And it seems like now he is on the mend. So I definitely feel pretty relieved. He does have to go back probably, I think she said in a month and a half, and do that blood work that I think I mentioned earlier, basically to check. It's his full like senior panel, but mainly, or I guess one of the main things we want to check is his kidney function. But so we still have that coming up, and I feel like I even feel a little bit better about that, because I feel like if you had asked me a week ago what do I think his lab results are going to be, I would be like, it's probably going to be bad. But now I feel like maybe it's going to be not so bad. All right, he's meowing. I'm stuck in a little bit of traffic, which is weird. It's like 1:30. I'm going to turn you off, and I'm going to turn on the radio because I don't have TV at home. And even if I did, I mean, I have a TV, but I don't have like regular news, cable, whatever. But even if I did, I feel like I probably wouldn't want to just sit home with the news on tonight. So I'm just going to get in a little bit of update on the radio and see what's going on. I was in the vet's office for like 40 minutes, and after I came back out, everything was crazier. So I'm going to get a little update, and then I'll check in with you in a little bit. Hey, just kidding, I'm back. So I just listened to the news for about 20 seconds, and I realized I had planned to film a video for today's video. I was planning to film it when I get home, but I feel like I'm not gonna feel like it. So even though this is a weekly vlog and it was supposed to end, the week was supposed to end tomorrow, I think I'm gonna just make this today's video and post it today instead. Because yeah, the videos that I had planned for like today and the next couple of days were kind of like upbeat, happy videos, and I have to be kind of in an upbeat, happy mood to film them. And not only am I not in that kind of mood now, but like I feel like it would come across a little bit tone deaf to put that out today. I don't know, I guess that's like one of the challenges of daily vlogging, and also kind of one of the reasons I wanted to do it is like, you know, when there's bigger stuff going on, do you push through with the content that you had planned? Because I know there are some people who are like, they won't talk about this kind of stuff because they think that, you know, their subscribers or whoever, you know, they want their content to be, they come to their channel because they want to see happy content. And that's one of the reasons that I started YouTube, is that I wanted to make happy content. I wanted to post things. I mean, when I was doing like theme park stuff, right? That was because I wanted to share happy moments with people. So yeah, I figured that is going to be one of the challenges of this year, is kind of trying to figure out what kind of videos to make when things are not bright and shiny. So anyway, since this video is done enough, it's finished close enough to being done, I'm just going to end it here and make this today's video, and maybe post some of the stuff that I had planned for today tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow. Pencil's meowing again. Okay, bye.